everybody, welcome back to Cosplay University. I'm Adonis Cosplay. Today we are doing a makeup tutorial on how to make a superhero painted mask. So you've probably seen people do those crazy superhero makeups for like the full get up, but today we're working on just those masks and we're going back to the basics. And by that I mean basic paint, basic brushes, and some water, and just stuff that your mom might have. So pretty easy stuff. It's going to be pretty cheap. I have a hand mirror here that I borrowed from somewhere. I'm using Mayron Star Blend Cake Makeup. This is not what I would prefer to use, but it's what I had. So it's what, like I said, keeping it cheap, this is what I have. And then some like dollar brushes I got from the hobby store. So that's what we're going to do today. First things first is we're going to trace the outline of our makeup on our face. So I'm going to use a little bit of water, get this paint wet, and then we're going to start going. This video is going to be a lot of like time lapse or a lot of sped up clips essentially, but that's going to be okay because I'll explain either before or after what we're doing. So first we're going to pick a mask to do. I'm going to try to replicate Nightwing's mask and then we're going to go from there. If you can find better brushes, use better brushes. This one is not super good. But, like we said before, man, I just look like I have a big unibrow. Anyway, like we said before, this idea is that you don't need a lot of fancy utensils, a lot of fancy, brushes and paints and things like that to get the job done. I'm not a professional at this, so it's gonna be how it's gonna be. But like I said, if you have it, might as well use a nicer one. I wish I had a nicer one. I don't. Try not to get paint in your eye. It's kind of important. This brush, man. It is not very good. Alright, so essentially the idea is that we're getting the outline done. As you can see, sharp corner, sharp corner, sharp corner, bends towards our nose. We're going to repeat the same on this side, and then we'll get back to you guys when it is finished. So we have the basic outline of our mask done. Pretty simple, pretty easy. You guys following along there? Nothing crazy. But now what we're going to do is I'm going to take this smaller brush. It's like a finer tip brush, and I'm going to clean up these edges. So same process, just going over these edges, making sure that they are nice and sharp. So again, water, paint, color on your face a little bit, clean edges, and we'll be good to go. Moving on to get some more details in this. Gotta get these angles. Clean up the edges. You can see how it's darker here with this paint. Like I said, I don't recommend this paint necessarily. Mayron's a great brand. If you're gonna do that, do the Paradise paint. But this Star Blend Cake Makeup, different. Not what I would recommend. But this is what I'm using, and you can see how it's like darker in some spots. I went ahead and did all the edges, and I also did my eyes. A little bit darker around my eyes, but the way that happened was I'm actually using more water when I use the paint, and the water I guess is helping. So if you're using this, more water, more times dipping back and forth to do this. I'm going to continue to like go over this a second time because I think that 2 coats will look much better. Obviously this is kind of see-through, but when you look at that, bam, that's more water right there. So we're going to 2-coat this. I think I'm going to stick with this tiny brush because this is doing way better than the other one. It's going to take longer, but like most things in cosplay, quality takes time. So 2 coats and we're off. That's already starting to look a lot better. More coats, everybody. More than 1 coat. Sometimes it takes more than one. Man, I'm blurry. There we go. I think Nightwing ever does the I'm Batman voice. Just like whenever Bruce is chilling out in the Batcave and he's just like on a distance. I'm Batman. Who said that? but that freaks him out sometimes. Out of all of the masks in the Batverse, I think Nightwing's is definitely the coolest. So like Nightwing and Robin, he has so many, I guess it's hard to pick. I like this one a lot. This is from the animated one I showed you earlier, the animated photo. I actually don't know where that's from. Is that the animated series? I don't think so, but maybe it's a movie. Anyway, I like that one a lot, and his masks are pretty cool. Robin has some okay masks. I prefer the black ones over like green or whatever else. Alright guys, so the idea is, again, more than one coat. We're going to try to get this as smooth as possible all the way around the mask. I'm not going to bore you with watching me just do this again. So we're going to jump cut to the next clip. Ready? Here we go. I don't know where I'll be sitting, but it'll be like this. Boom. 2 coats done. Mask looks pretty darn sweet. Now, at this point, you could stop. You could be done and be like, adjust the camera lens, duh. That's what you could say. You're too close. You got it too weird of a close look up. You could be done here if you wanted to be done. That's awesome. Your mask looks really cool. You could do whatever shape you want. But this is that Nightwing from that cartoon that I just pulled up on my phone. I think it looks pretty awesome. But we're gonna step it up a notch. We're going to do one more thing. I have a little bit of this white green paint from last Halloween, and I'm going to throw it on the ground. I'm going to use this to give it some highlights. So I'm going to use this tiny brush again, clean this off, and then we're going to do some highlights around some of the outside part to give it some cool depth, cool perception that way. So, if you want to do this, follow along. Here's what we're doing. You only need a little. We're going to put it across the bridge of our nose, create a bit of a highlight. You don't want this to touch the edge of the mask. You want it to be just on the inside, right there, and then same, a little bit right there as well. Okay, all right, we're gonna do it again to the top one. Point is subtlety, so less is going to be more here. I'm gonna go ahead and stop there on that part. Then we're gonna add a little bit of highlight on this outside ring and then this outside ring as well. But you don't want them to be even or symmetrical. We're going to do some different highlights. Maybe one under here, as if the light is coming from this left side, which it actually is here. But a little bit heavier highlighted on the left side than it is on the right. So we're going to continue with that idea. Alright, cool. Cool. You could probably do a little bit more. Maybe like one up here. Maybe connect all that or add some more. But I think I'm going to stop here. I think I like how this looks. It's subtle. It's just a little bit of glisten, a little bit of light on our mask. So, pretty cool. That really makes the mask pop. That'll really give you some depth and some like, light shining. It's going to be more comic booky if I'm over here raising some eyebrows and stuff. You're going to see that shine and be like, oh, you got some shine on your face. I'm going to show you guys one more trick to complete this look, so stay tuned. In just a second, we're going to do this. Are you ready? And go. Bam! These contacts make this look awesome. These like mesh contacts, they're basically whiteouts, so you can't really see any of my iris or my pupil. And you can get these at uniqso.com or pinkyparadise or wherever you guys buy contacts, and this really completes that look. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something cool. I hope you try this out, and if you do, send me some photos, send me some video, whatever, and I want to see you guys in your awesome superhero mask. Bam! Face paint mask. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Adonis Cosplay, and I will see you guys next time.